YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So I've seen this very interesting heading for an Express article regarding Kate Middleton becoming collateral damage when Meghan Markle joined the royal family. Now we know that there was the allegations regarding Meghan making Kate cry over the children wearing tights for Meghan and Harry's wedding, very elaborate wedding, that we unfortunately as British taxpayers had to pay for. And allegedly it seems as though Kate was really pushed to the side when Meghan joined the firm, and she was victimized by Meghan in the firm. This is what comes across to me. This is just my own personal independent thoughts and feelings. And this resulted in her being collateral damage. Kate has struggled. I can definitely see that Kate has struggled since Meghan joined the firm. She's had to really come to the forefront. She's had to get into the role of being a public speaker, which she wasn't doing before Meghan joined the firm. Kate was very much an introvert in as much as she was happy to just be a supporting act to her husband, to have the children, show up to this event, show up to that event. She doesn't really get pat or photographed around her pregnancies because she suffers from a sickness in early pregnancy, so she generally lies low when she's pregnant. And she was just a happy-go-lucky, content lady, you know, just getting on with her job as a mother and as a supporting, loving wife, which is what a wife is meant to do, especially if you join the elites or you become a member of elite society and you marry someone like Prince William. You are just kind of a support. You have to give up your independence in a sense for the firm, for the greater good of everyone else in the firm. And she was happily doing that. Then Meghan came along and everything flipped on its head because Meghan is very independent. She's very driven. She's very vocal. She's very confrontational, bold, and quite self-involved, self-indulgent. It seems as though in the wake of Meghan, Kate has been torn up. She kind of did get torn to shreds and she was really belittled by Meghan. This is what comes across to me. She seems to have been forced to come out of her shell, which I think in the near future we will see has been a very positive side effect of having someone who has been so inflammatory like Meghan in the firm. It's definitely expanded Kate as a woman, which is good. She is now working on a lot of independent royal projects like her early years initiative, and I think it's really fantastic for her to have found her calling and found her place in the firm and found an angle, something that she can shoot at. So I'm going to get into this article because I think it's quite interesting to get a full picture view and understanding of how traumatizing it was for Kate when Meghan was in the firm. Kate Middleton became collateral damage when Meghan Markle joined the royal family, an expert has claimed. The Duchess of Cambridge, 39, was expected to become good friends with Meghan Markle when she joined the royals as Prince Harry's girlfriend. However, royal expert Richard Kay has revealed the two women did not get along, according to the Channel 5 documentary. When the Middleton met the monarchy, Kate and Meghan were very different. Royal expert Claudia Joseph said, when Meghan joined the royal family, everyone assumed that she and Kate would become best buddies because they were both outsiders. But of course, they are naturally very different women. Well, of course, they're very different women. Kate has a humility about her. She's humble. She's content to be a supporting role. Meghan is very self-centered. She's very driven. She's money motivated. She's a climber, a social climber. She craves status. So, of course, they were like water and oil. They just didn't mix. So it continues on here. Mr. K added, Kate in many ways was sort of collateral damage in all this. She and Meghan didn't particularly get along. The relationship was not as straightforward as the wider world thought. It comes as royal expert Marlene Cohen said as the newcomer, Meghan should have approached Kate. Speaking to express.co.uk, Miss Cohen said, William has taken a different attitude and I think at some point they're going to have to do something. I think there's far more to this story that we don't know on both sides. One of the things I said in my review is how Meghan kept saying Kate didn't contact her. My view is if you're the newbie in a new job, you go to somebody and say, hi, can we talk? I'd like to know some more about what I'm marrying into. She's a smart, educated woman. She never put a foot wrong. But I think it was stifling because her voice was silent, and I think that's the thing that bothered her. She couldn't have her own voice. Well, of course, it would bother Meghan because she wants us to just constantly listen to her thoughts and her feelings and her breastfeeding issues and the stress of what it is to be Meghan Markle, a multi-millionairess who's married a prince. She just wanted to yap on and on and on and on, which of course no one wanted to listen to. No one wants to listen to an extremely privileged woman who doesn't recognize that she's privileged moaning about her everyday affairs. That's uninteresting, that's uninspiring, especially at the height of a pandemic when people are going through real struggle, real deprivation, real suffering. Why would they want to listen to all of that? Yapping. Anyway, I digress. I'm going to carry on with the article. But your voice is sovereign. Everything you do is for the sovereign. Her comments relate to Mr. Scope, who penned the highly anticipated Finding Freedom with Caroline Durand, had said that while there wasn't a fallout between the two women as such, they didn't really click. Speaking on Good Morning America ahead of the book's release, he said, these are two women who really have little in common. Being a newcomer and knowing Kate was once a newcomer, I think there were times where she knew that Meghan felt that she could have or needed a bit more support from Kate, but didn't get it in some of those important moments. A statement from Meghan and Harry's team claimed they had nothing to do with the book. Of course they had everything to do with the book, and that's being proven. The author claims it has been put together from 100 interviews with those closest to the couple. Well, we know that they had everything to do with the book, and of course Omid would say something like that because the reality of it is that he is in some way paid off by Meghan to just be her supporting act. He allegedly dated her best friend, and therefore he is a very biased royal supporter who always takes Megsy's side. So I'm going to get into the comments of this article. Someone else has said Kate was never collaterally damaged by Rachel Meghan. It was just that Rachel was found out by Kate first. Harry picked a duff one there, and Rachel is using Harry as a stepping stone to her own career. Kate may well have been the first to warn him. All of Rachel's family, except her mother, were keen to come to London and pleaded at the gates of Buckingham Palace to warn them in a wheelchair. Anyway, Harry is going to learn one of life's lessons the hard way. He definitely is, which is to use common sense. If more than one person says the same thing, it's generally true. Millions and millions and millions of people have seen the truth of Rachel Meghan Markle. And Harry is going to pay the ultimate price with his life, with his time. He's making a mistake that he simply cannot take back. There's a child involved now. There could be a second child along the way. Who knows? And the reality of it is that Harry is going to learn the hard way. But I guess we won't be looking when he finally does see the error of his ways and the error in his choices to be with Rachel Meghan Markle. I'll be back for another video, guys, and until next time, take care. Bye, guys.